Thank you for joining our channel. Keep liking, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to share. In the news, court order was suspended, claims Natasha has legal clash with Akpabio Deepens. That's the news that Senator Natasha Akpabio has firmly rejected accusations that she violated a court order in her ongoing legal battle with Senate President Godswill Akpabio. In a recent statement, she insisted that she had not acted in defiance of any legal directive and instead accused Akpabio of attempting to suppress her freedom of speech. According to report from Tribune News, the controversy arose after Akpabio filed contempt proceedings alleging that Natasha disobeyed an interim order issued by Justice Nyako. However, Senator Natasha clarified that the said order was suspended on April 8, 2024, making any claims of defiance baseless. She described the allegations as a deliberate attempt to harass and misrepresent her actions. I have not violated any valid court order, she stated, emphasizing that the claims are politically motivated and misleading. Addressing a prior apology she issued, Natasha clarified that the letter was never meant to be seen as an admission of guilt. Instead, she described it as a gesture of reconciliation and goodwill aimed at easing tensions. She expressed disappointment that Akpabio is using her peace offering to portray her as guilty and to curtail her right to free expression. The senator further argued that the legal action against her is a direct attack on her constitutional rights, specifically Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution, which protects freedom of speech. She accused the Senate President of weaponizing the judiciary to silence a fellow lawmaker and stifle democratic discourse within the Senate. This issue goes beyond me, Natasha stated. It is about safeguarding the democratic values we are all sworn to defend. Natasha also questioned Akpabio's focus on silencing criticism rather than addressing serious ethical issues within the National Assembly. She suggested that the Senate President is more concerned with avoiding scrutiny than promoting accountability, asking rhetorically, why is he so afraid of being questioned? She vowed to challenge the contempt case in court, revealing that her legal team is already preparing a robust response. Natasha called on civil society organizations, the press, and the public to speak out against what she described as judicial intimidation and attempts to undermine democratic rights. This dispute reflects deeper political tension within the Senate, underscoring long-standing rivalries. The court has yet to deliver a verdict on the contempt suit, but the case has sparked wide debates on freedom of expression and political accountability in Nigeria's democratic institution. Well, the matter of Natasha and then Akpabio is in the news again, and this time around they are in the court of law. And basically, of course, when it comes to court cases, both sides, both defendants and even the plaintiff will be looking for loopholes and also throwing jabs and weapons, that is in order to defend one another. And in this situation now, the other party now, the defendant, which is Senator Akpabio's team, are accusing Natasha of, a contempt of court. But Natasha has come out with a rebuttal to defend herself that the matter they are talking about happened in 2024, and then she decided to write the court in order to extend an olive branch, not to challenge or to look down on the court. But it's so unfortunate, according to him, that the Senate President is now weaponizing the judiciary, trying to use the opportunity in order to silence her, who happens to be a fellow lawmaker, and not only that, to stifle democratic discourse within the Senate, meaning that the Senate President is using his good office to make sure that our case doesn't see the light of the day. We could remember that the whole of the Senate had to suspend this woman as a result of this feud that is between her and the Senate president. And then it was the Senate president that was even presiding on that very day that the case of Natasha will be determined, even though the Senate declared openly that Natasha is not suspended for challenging the Senate president, but she's suspended for violating the Senate House rules. And of course, because she has done that, she is meant to pay even for her recklessness, because it's expected of a seasoned lawmaker at least to be abreast of the laws that are guiding the House. And that is what the Senate is holding on to day and night, that they are not suspending her because of whatever she has with Mr. Akpabio, but she is being suspended because she has violated the House rule, irrespective of the fact that for what Akpabio will have done to her. She is expected to live above board, to maintain decorum, even as a lawyer, to know how to behave, especially in public, not to even talk of the hallowed Senate chamber, because they have their rules that governs them. Probably the offense is unpardonable, and then of course they decide to raise the axe, and then cuts, as it were, now ahead on the guillotine of the law, or the consequential law of the Senate House. But then, as regards this matter, the Mrs. Natasha Akpoti-Ogunaghan is saying that, look, the team of the Senate president are being lazy, looking for frivolous means in order to carry the day. She was trying to help the public to understand that what Akpabio is saying, charging her for contempt of law and the likes, is it's nothing entirely. It couldn't hold water. He clarified that the said order was suspended on April 8, 2024, and it is the same suspended order that the Akpabio team is seeing as a loophole, even to lure Natasha out even onto judicial judgment, making any claims of deviance baseless, according to Natasha. In as much as the so-called matter order was suspended in April 2024, if she does anything as regarding this 2025, whatever the claim may be, is baseless. She described the allegation as a deliberate attempt to harass and misrepresent her action. He said, "I have not violated any valid court order." She said, emphasizing that the claims are politically motivated and misleading. Of course, we are going to see all those ones in court, but let's still keep our fingers crossed, and let's wait to see the outcome of the court of law. Continue to visit our channel for more updates. Remember, subscribe, share, and like. Thank you.